Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is scrapqueen and today I'm gonna start a new project. And recently I was digging in my stash and I thought, yes, it's finally time, because I had this quite a while to do as a to-do list for a kit, and I think now it's the time. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what this exactly is and what I grabbed with it, but I think it would be nice. Okay, so I did have some chipboard, which measurements I will give you. I do have, of course, some ribbons and some flowers that fits with these papers. I found an awesome color bookbinder linen that I am going to use on this project. I also found some nice embellishments that I also had quite a while, but not ever thought would be a nice project to use for. So I'm gonna try if I'm gonna add this, but perhaps some is out, some is in, I don't know exactly, but at least I found something that will look fabulous. Alright, then I do not have that many papers, so I had searched for some cardstock that I wanted to stretch this papers out. So it is for the blue and the aubergine color. I think that looks fabulous. And then of course the papers. The papers, perhaps you all recognize this. This is from Prima Marketing and it's the collection Darcelle. Amazing papers. And I really love the aubergine wet kind of a color with the dark brown, the dark blue, with the plain creme color and the brown. That's amazing set of colors, which it also gives a nice vintage look. So I'm gonna use those papers, and so first of all, I'm first gonna show you what's exactly in the thing that you're gonna find. Love this one with the cute. Well, let me first show you, because each one I already turn it around. So love this delicate. This you still can use as a background, but you also can cut these out for little cards. See, with the brown touch does it exactly with those very bright colors. They are not bright colors, but they are colors that's there. The dark blue, it's there, so you can't go around it. These also are pretty nice to use as tags or little cards. And then you have this nice cream color, vintage, lacy, flowery ornament. Love this one, so delicate. Then we have this dark blue with the lines. You can still use it as a letter if you're going to use a white ink pen, but love it. Would be perfect on the cover perhaps. And then we have these writing machines with some birds and roses on it. Love it. Stunning. And then we have this one with the aubergine roses. Absolutely amazing. I love it. It's, oh my god, this one is also one of my favorite ones. With the backgrounds or with the letters on the back. Love it. That's absolutely amazing. And then for the last one, I think this is the busiest one, but still so nice. So yeah, those are 12 papers. And in each set I do have 3 extra ones. So I had to split what I had a little bit around. So for my occasion I am going to use these 3 extra. Perhaps in yours will be some different ones, but there are in total 15 sheets of A4 size to use. Alright, so I'm gonna start with this. Which color cardstock that I like to use? I think I go for the brown one. I think those colors will definitely go nice and easily with the brown color. I think black will be too bright. I think it's too much going on with if I'm going to use the black ones. I think it does not adjust those papers. It really softs the colors. So I think I'll go for the brown ones. Alright, so and white is definitely not an option for me. But if you like to use white, then please do so. But this is what I'm gonna start with. And so yeah, have some fun and yeah, see what I can make with this. Okay, the first thing that I always like to do is keep in mind what you have for embellishments and which papers that you like. So I think this fits perfectly with a light underground with those with this flower set and the ribbons. So I'm definitely gonna skip this part. That will fit perfectly for the front. The background, that's totally up to you. That's you don't have to be worrying about because you don't put flowers on the back, at least. I am not. Alright, so this one I am gonna save for the front. It's perfectly, it still has some images on it. It's nice, it's quiet, it's white, it's creme color, it's a little brown. So yeah, I think this one will be perfect. So I'm gonna put this away, far away, so I'm not gonna use that one. So I still have 11 pages left plus that 3 extra, but those 3 extra. I also want to keep those away. Perhaps I don't need them, perhaps I do, but that's just extra. Alright, so I am gonna see if I can do this with these ones. Alright, so what we are going to do, we're going to start with the pages. Okay, so you definitely see that I have some chipboards and these are the measurements that I'm going to use. Perhaps you already want to know what measurements that I'm going to use. But for the spine, I do not know. I think I am going to use this size spine, but perhaps I'm going to adjust it just a little bit. So I'm just going to start with the pages. I will give you the measurements for the chipboards, but that is not the first thing that we're going to do. Alright, so let's start with the pages. Okay guys, so this is what I had in mind. So what about making a tunnel, but not completely, so I still can make this with one A4 sheet. So that was my goal. So what do you think about this? So this is going to be attached on your hinge. So this is going to be closed, and then you will have a big pocket, but you still can add flips or pockets or pages on top here, but also you have a full page on the background, which you also can make flippable pages or pockets or all kind of things that you want to do on this album. So I think this base page is nice, and then in that base page you can create a nice looking booklet, which you still also can add pages in. So you can make little diaries for this and then just put it in here. What do you say? Do you like it? I like it. So I'm gonna make 6 the same pages that comes in this album. So that is what we're gonna start with. So I am gonna use these measurements, which I am gonna show you in just a sec which measurements you are gonna need. But first of all, I always use A4 pages. I always do. And the sizes of these are, well, first of all, I like to tell you that I use, for those who can grab them or does not have any brown to use, I use the Folia. Folia is the brand, and it's a German brand. And yes, this is 120 grams. I do not found it in 160 grams, but the 120 is good to use. The size is 21 by 29.5 centimeters. And if you want to cut, if you don't have any A4 size out of Europe, perhaps you have another. I do know that out of Europe there are other A4 sizes, but mine is 21 by 29.5 centimeters. And in inches it's 814 by 11/5 inch. But I will give you the measurements fully, so you can use either what size cardstock you like to use. You can just cut your papers. Alright, first of all, the first thing, and that is the background. This little piece right here. That are these measurements. So you're gonna cut your papers at 7/1/4 by 6.5 inch. And in centimeters, that is 18.5 by 16.6 centimeters. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut mine 6/1/4. 7/1/4, guys, 7/1/4. Wait just a minute. How did I cut this? There is a way. Yep. 7/1/4 and then 6.5. I believe that was correctly. 7/1/4 by 6.5. 6.5. That's this way. No, I know definitely that's not correct. I do know exactly that is not correct because I do not have enough. Alright, so I'm going to start over. If I'm going to use a full A4 size, that means that the first one needs to be 6.5. Yep, that's correct. 6.5, and then the 7/1/4. Yep, that is correct. So I only have this piece left of an A4 size. This I will put away. That is the way that I cut my A4 piece. See, now this I have left. So that is just a little thing. So first the 6.5 by 7/1/4. If you're going to use exactly the same A4 papers, then I have this left, and this piece is 5/1/8 by 8/1/4, and that is 13 by 21 centimeters. Alright, so if I'm going to measure this, so you can cut it, but I don't have to cut it because this is the correct size. See? The 5/1/8 by 8/1/4. Yep, correct. Alright, so this piece I can throw it away. So if I have this piece left, then I am going to use my scoreboard. And then you don't have to exactly know how I'm going to score this, because I don't give you the complete measurements for that, because where is my other tool? Up here it is. Because if you score this little piece at 1/2 inch, and if you fold this, now this piece needs to be 7/1/4. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna put the one with the hinge at 7/1/4, and then I can score what I have left. So what I have left is 7/1/4, guys. So this is not completely 1/2 inch. It's about a 1/2 inch, but not exactly. But if I would make this exactly in 1/2 inch, then I think I would have a little difference. So if I put this, well, I think it's almost, it's not, it's just tiny little bit smaller than a 1/2 inch. So that is why I measure it from the first fold line. So I have exactly a 7/1/4 left. Alright guys, so that is what I like to tell you. And now this, I do like the corners to be cut in a nice round shape. Gives it just a little. If you don't have this, you also can use perhaps if you have if you have a circle punch, you can cut a round one and then just place it in the corner and just cut it around. So you don't have to exactly have a corner punch or everything. If you don't have this also, then just put something on it. Make with your pencil a mark on it, cut it out, and then you also can use it. So, but if you don't have any tools, it does not matter, because you can make it without the expensive tools. Alright, but if you have it, then it will be a little bit easier. Alright, so then I'm just gonna attach this right on top here. And what I like to do is I'm just gonna see where this needs to be. Just hold it down nicely on the spot where I want it. Alright, and then actually I need to turn this around, but let me see if I can do it this way. It is easier if I turn this page down so the hinges are below, but since I have already have it correctly in the right spot, I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna start at one spot and then I go on the other side. So this was easier if I have the hinges on the bottom. Here we go. That's that. That's so simple as it can get. That's our base. I'm gonna make 6 of these, so I'm gonna do one more together with you. So without any mistakes, but this is exactly the same one as we made. All right, so what we're gonna need? We're gonna need a piece of paper that's 6.5 by 7/1/4. That's the first thing that we need. Alright, I do like cutting corners. That's the first thing we need. Alright, that's the base. Then we have another piece of paper that's 5/1/8. Or a bit larger, that's totally by 8/1/4. That's this piece. And this piece you can score 1/2 inch. Now I have folded down already. I just like to keep it at 7/1/4. There we go. And here we go. That's what we need. All right. Then you just apply this on the white spots, nicely in the middle when it's all ready, and on the white spots. You also can wrap those hinges on the back, so you don't have any hinges on the inside this pocket. If you prefer doing that, then that's totally your choice, of course. I do not like that much. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know why exactly, but I think this is better. So you don't see anything on the back right now. All right. So that is that. If you want to see the measurements one more time, I'm going to zoom in. So pause me. So the base one is 714 by 6.5 inch. In centimeters, that is 18.5 by 16.6 centimeters. The second one, that's this one you cut 518 by 8/1/4 if you don't use an A4 piece of cardstock, and in the centimeters is 13 by 21 centimeters. And then this little piece you can score till the base is 7/1/4. Alright, so that's it, guys. That's it. Can't make it any easier than that. Shall we do just one last one together? Just one last one. See if I can cut this. I did order the new one because this one I also I think this is such an old one, but it still works. It still does the trick, but I ordered even a new one. And the reason why is because I used the Real Memory Keeper's Works It All tool downstairs. I am so flabbergasted about the new blade, because this blade is in the middle and it's pretty small, same one as the Fiskars one, and I don't like this blade that much. In the beginning that I started crafting, it was okay, it was perfectly fine to start with, so you have a 2-in-1 tool, but since now I have the Works It All tool, I love that blade, and I know the update from this one has the same blade, so I just ordered a new one. So I can skip this old one. But it still works. It still works. It still does the trick. But I wanted to have an update. Okay, guys. So that is that. It's that simple. And then you just can glue it down on the right spot that you think it's the right spot. Here we go, lift it up. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. I'm gonna try, because many of you asked me to do a simple album for beginners. I am gonna try the best I can to make that happening with this one. I am gonna do the very best I can to make it as simple as possible. So this one is, I believe, pretty simple. I hope you'll agree with me that, but yeah, perhaps it's not that difficult. And I know I should not glue on this one, but since I ordered already another one, well, I use this so many times and it still does it for me. See? And we have another one. Alright, so yeah, I do need a few more. I have 3 now. I already made 1. So I still need 2 more. But, oh, what the heck. Let's do it together. What the heck. Let's do that. 6.5 by 7/1/4. And then this one we can score. This one is definitely so much used that it's not to use any longer for the score because it's too thick. I used it too many times. But I just love this tool to squeeze my fold lines. So that is why I still use it. See, it just plays so nicely in my hands. So I just love it, love it, love it. Yep, yep, yep. Here we are. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I can't make this any simpler than it already is, can I? This is simple, right guys? Tell me, is this difficult? No, I don't think so. But I agree, sometimes I think it's simple, but for some of you it isn't. So yeah, I understand that, because way at the beginning when I started this, I also thought, what they are doing? How do they do that? But once you are in with this, then it is quite easier. The more you do it, the more feeling you get, and the more, yeah, I don't know, the more it becomes natural for the hinges to make. The hinges and the flippity flops and everything that goes around. But I know in the beginning all the I call that all the words that's throwing at your mind. I know it's not always that easy to understand, but especially when you are not. Yeah, I'm Dutch, guys. I am Dutch. So I always am looking for the correct words, and sometimes I do make my videos in Dutch, and then because I make these videos so much in English, I do not know the words in Dutch. I know them better in English. Is that not a strange thing? For me it is. It's a strange thing. Sometimes when I'm talking to my friend, my girlfriend, then I am talking things to her in Dutch, of course. And then when I'm looking for a corner punch, then I do not know the word in Dutch. Alright, that's strange. Yes, I know. So okay, so how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I do have 6 ones. So that is ready to go. Now for these, you can make a tag or you can make a booklet. What I love is a booklet, so you always can use it to put photos in here, but you also can add some pages in here, so you can make a little diary, what I love best. So what we're gonna do is for this one, first of all, I'm gonna do one with you together. So you can cut this at 7 by 11. So I'm gonna start with my 11 by 7. Okay, and then you just can fold this down. And then you can use your corner jumper if you like. And there you have it. And this will fit nicely in each of these pockets. Alright, that's it. So, one more time. In Dutch, not in Dutch, but in the centimeters. You can cut this at 28 centimeters. I will show you the measurements just in a second. So 28 centimeters by 18. That's here, by 18. And then just fold in half. And cut the corners, that's it. Do this 6 times and then you will have 6 times a nice booklet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give you the measurements. Ta-da-da-da! Cut 7 by 11 inches or 18 by 28 centimeters and then fold it in half, cut the corners and voila! It's done. Alright, so the base is done. I'm gonna make a few more of those booklets and then we'll see what we're gonna make more. Super excited. I need to make 3 more and then I am ready. Same as you are. Oh, I will see you in a sec. Bye bye. Okay guys, next step. What I like to do is, yeah, it's the craziest step ever, but I do like to use something on the background first with this one. And well, I do have, and if you are knowing that, this was a 12 by 12 piece, but yeah, then I could not send it in those, that piece of, I call that the mailbox. So I did cut it off. But if I'm gonna split this in 2, I think I can use this quite well for the background. This cardstock. So if I'm gonna cut this in this direction first, so you still can use this. Don't throw everything away. I'm gonna split this in half. Wait just a second. You don't have to fold. It's quite thick paper, guys. So let's measure this. How much this is? This is about 3.5. 3.5. So if I cut this at 1/3/4, then I should see. This is not the perfect one any longer to cut it, but pretty thick cardstock. I think the new one does it perfectly. But anyway, this slides in here perfectly. I'm going to use the corner punch. And we just can slide this in here. This fits perfectly on the right spot. Perfect, yeah. This is colored cardstock, so I don't think that you need to smooch these edges. If you like, then you can. Actually, I always like that a little bit more to do that, but you don't have to. But I think it looks a little bit nicer. Hello, open up. Waited too long. Yep, here we go. So I think I'm gonna do that. We have 6 pages, and I'm gonna do this. Three red ones and 3 blue ones. If that makes sense. If that makes sense to you. So with the other one, I'm gonna leave the booklets out for now. With the other one, same thing. And then with the blue one, we can do exactly the same thing. So if you don't like to do these edges, then of course By the way, I'm gonna use my ink pad vintage photo. I always use that. Actually, I do have a few colors from the ink pads, but the two I use the most are vintage photo and black. Those two I always use for my edges. I just love it. See, that gives you right away a good impression how this will look. Alright, so I'm gonna do this with all the 6 pages, but then also I'm gonna use the blue one. Alright, so that we can do. See you! Alright, and this is how it looks when they all are ready. So cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna start with page 1. So these I'm gonna sit tight with my booklets. And let's start with page 1. I'm gonna try to do each front page differently. Perhaps one with a pocket or one with a flippable, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do my best to make it simple but still nice. Alright? I do my best, guys. I do.